Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Today, we're stepping into the haunting silence of A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead, the latest addition to the survival horror genre that aims to put you right into the universe made famous by the films. Is this adaptation worth the tension and terror? Let's dive straight in. The game plunges you into a world where silence isn't just golden, it's survival. Based on the chilling universe created by the 2018 film, A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead does a remarkable job capturing the essence of quiet terror. From the start, the game throws you into a land where every footstep could be your last. It's a slow burn, nail-biting experience where you have to master the art of silence or risk summoning the nightmare creatures that hunt anything making a sound. Gameplay here is all about tension management. You're not mowing down enemies with heavy artillery. Instead, you're desperately trying to avoid them. Players must scavenge for resources while navigating a world that's decimated and filled with terrifying creatures lurking behind every corner. The developers made sure that sound is your worst enemy, whether it's a creaky floorboard, a dropped item, or even heavy breathing. To heighten the challenge, the game includes a microphone noise detection feature, which means real-world noises can affect your gameplay. Every little noise ramps up the tension, making even the smallest actions feel like life or death moments. The core mechanics revolve around exploration, puzzle solving, and stealth. While some survival horror games rely heavily on action-packed sequences, A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead excels in making you feel vulnerable. You're tasked with controlling multiple characters throughout the story, each one with their own unique attributes. This adds depth and variety to the gameplay. One moment, you're the resourceful father, and the next, you might be the fragile but determined teenager. Switching perspectives keeps things interesting and allows for a richer narrative experience. Visually, the game is a treat, or, more accurately, a chilling masterpiece. The environments are detailed and thoughtfully designed, from the abandoned towns to the overgrown forests. Lighting is used effectively to enhance suspense, with dark corners and dimly lit hallways that have you second-guessing every step. The developers have truly succeeded in recreating the eerie atmosphere of the films, where even the shadows seem to have a life of their own. The sound design deserves special mention. In a game where silence is key, the audio team has done a fantastic job creating a soundscape that pulls you in. The absence of sound is as nerve-wracking as the sudden creaks and crashes that occur, often making you jump out of your seat. Playing this game with headphones is almost a requirement if you want the full experience. The attention to auditory detail really immerses you in the terrifying reality of trying to survive in a world where a single noise can spell doom. But, of course, no game is without its flaws. A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead occasionally struggles with pacing. There are moments when the slow buildup of tension feels a bit too drawn out, risking a loss of momentum. Some players might find themselves wishing for a more consistent tempo, as the game can occasionally drift into repetition, particularly during segments that involve gathering resources or solving puzzles that don't add much to the overall experience. That said, the moments of sheer terror do well to make up for these occasional lulls. The AI for the creatures can be a mixed bag. Sometimes they react with lightning speed to the smallest of noises, but other times they seem oddly oblivious to what's happening right next to them. This inconsistency can pull you out of the experience, especially when you're trying to stay immersed in a high-stakes scenario. The moments when the AI works well, however, are genuinely thrilling, and you'll find yourself holding your breath, hoping against hope that you remain undetected. One of the standout elements of the game is its storytelling. While it doesn't directly follow the plot of the movies, it expands on the world in a meaningful way. The characters are well developed, and their relationships feel real and nuanced. There are moments of quiet tenderness that hit just as hard as the terrifying sequences, providing a balance that helps you connect with the people you're trying to keep alive. This emotional weight adds stakes to your every decision and elevates the experience beyond just a typical survival horror. There are also some genuinely clever puzzles throughout the game that require you to think creatively about how to avoid making noise. These moments are incredibly rewarding when you finally figure out a solution, when you do so without alerting any nearby monsters. The tension in these sequences is palpable, and it's these nerve-wracking moments that make the game shine. The controls are intuitive for the most part, though there are times when they can feel a bit clunky, particularly when switching between characters or interacting with certain objects. These minor frustrations aren't deal-breakers, but can become noticeable during high-pressure situations where precision is key. However, with time, you do get used to the controls, and they eventually become second nature as you adapt to the game's rhythms. A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead isn't a game for everyone. It requires patience and an appreciation for atmosphere over action. But for those who love the creeping dread of survival horror and the idea of a game where silence really is survival, it offers a unique and thrilling experience. The emphasis on stealth, the emotionally engaging story, and the beautifully crafted world make it stand out in the genre, even if it occasionally stumbles over its own ambitions. We give A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead a 7.5 out of 10. It's a chilling, atmospheric adventure that captures the essence of what made the film so memorable, even if it falls short in a few areas. If you've played it, let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't, would you dare face the silence? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive into the gaming world. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.